I suppose it's now fair to say that you have what we would term a print farm.
Probably, yes.
Yes. It's been quite exponential, the growth in the printers from when we first met, and the two ladies turned up, the two Mark IIs, we put them on there and they started printing. How many have you got now?
So we've got 11 in total.
Right.
So we've got 10 desktops, and then we've got one
The industrial, the X3, yes. Yeah, and can you remember all their names? I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to ask you.
Not all of them, no.
So I think it would be quite topical at the moment with what's been going on in the world a little while back with the breakdown in people's supply chains because of factories closing back in March and April with the COVID that hit the world. It's been very interesting watching how you've adapted to print lower volumes and avoid going out to a supply chain, which must have been really important to you. Is that one of the benefits you've got of the print farm now, or is it just a volume thing now?
No, I think the reason we've got so many printers is that we're printing so many parts.
Right.
So if you want to do a production run of, I don't know, as we talked about, 20 control panel bezel mouldings, I can do that in one run.
Right.
You understand what I mean? Within 12 hours I can have all 20 done. If you've only got one printer,
yes,
then
so you're paralleling.
Yeah,
yes,
it's taking more time. It's also the volume of parts that we're doing and being able to make sure that all of those are available. But also you can dedicate, sometimes some of the machines will just be working on prototyping and R&D. Sometimes they'll be working on production parts. It gives you flexibility, you know, to be able to get things off quickly. Because ultimately 3D printing still takes a while,
yes,
you know, for something to print. But having that amount of machines gives you that flexibility to be able to get parts off quickly and produce only what you need when you need it. And that really is, you know, it is the big, and especially when you're talking about something like COVID, where, you know, manufacturers weren't, all of our suppliers weren't necessarily open, or they were struggling to supply, or we didn't want to spend money on holding stock, because any stock I've got is ultimately cash tied up in the business. Whereas 3D printing, you know, allows you not to tie that cash up in the business. It allows you to print what you need when you need it.
Lovely.
It's an on demand.
That's great stuff. That's great.
Yeah.